Yeah. Oh, sorry. I forgot about the intro.
Hello and welcome to the second last game of today. We are having TCM taking on Power Rangers for 3 points here in the Star Series, and we'll see which one of these two teams will keep their hope alive of for TCM maybe still having a chance to go to Kiev. Will also depend on a lot of other teams losing their games though, and for Power Rangers keeping their hopes alive of actually staying in StarLadder, because that is their goal right now, not having more losses and not ending up in the bottom four. So of course for today as well, we are with a 3-man team providing you with everything that you need, including stats and facts that you'll hear from K-poptosis today, or that you read, because you won't hear him, but the person that you will hear is of course Vykromond, because he is my co-caster today. Welcome back.
Good to be back, Sheever. I'm pretty pumped for this game. These are two underdog teams that I really like, both of them, honestly. Power Rangers, sometimes with the crazy strategies, sometimes with the crazy approaches to the game, and TCM just recently playing just incredibly solidly, honestly. They even gave Alliance for a run for their money the other day. They didn't win, but they got a lot closer than I think people were expecting.
Yeah, for sure. And of course they have been training, I think, extra hard for DreamHack as well. At TCM, normally get a team that has got players that have a lot of social life as well, or at least real life things going on.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that is really improving their playstyle, but maybe that's it, and just their synergy being better than it was before. But they have been able to do a lot here indeed. And Power Rangers indeed a team that delivers in terms of entertaining games. Quite curious to see what they will be picking up today, as we have got the bands for a Chen and a Batrider for them, and of course the Lifestealer and the Whiz band out by TCM. Leaving the Darkseer in the pool, which is normally a hero that, or often a hero that we see picked up by together with Bane. Purely because people like purple, I think, but the Gyrocopter is what TCM goes for now. We actually, it's really often that Bane and Darkseer gets picked up together, no joke. Because I every time again I say, oh, it's the purple strat, but I realized at some point, wow, I say that a lot.
Maybe you just say it every time that the
the two heroes are there, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
Right. Fair enough. No, I agree, they're definitely pretty coincident, but TCM here taking the Gyrocopter, a hero that did receive a nerf in 6.78, still a strong option, still able to do a tremendous amount of AoE damage late if you get farm. And, of course, Go Audio, among these sort of underdog teams, he's one of the better farming carries. Like, he's able to get tremendous amount of GPM if he's left alone. So we'll have to watch out for his Gyrocopter to see how big he does get in this game.
Yeah, we do have the Kuga getting banned out here. Of course, that's a combination with the Shadow Demon that they don't want to face. With still Darkseer getting banned out, but then the Anti-Mage that follows up with that for Power Rangers. Quite interesting to note that they ban out an Anti-Mage when they know that there's already a Gyro on the map. But
5 seconds
they might have a strong reason for that, depending on what they pick up next. And TCM with the last ban, it is the Slark, and we did see Power Rangers pick up Slark 3 times in the last few in StarLadder. 2 of those were when they had the stun in JRB, which is the Lone Druid, or sorry, the Bulldog of Slarks.
Mm-hmm.
They actually, of course, the last game, they didn't end up winning that. But they also had the Slark picked up once played by ZXC, which in the end didn't really work out because he was no JRB.
He was no JRB.
Yes,
That's
and
true.
the Separation gets picked up here now, Power Rangers, and that is actually working together with the Shadow Demon Disruption. If you time it properly, then the Disruption will end before the Cold Feet procs, and you still have that Cold Feet proc going through.
Yes, so there's 2 combos here. You brought up one, which is totally correct. You use the Cold Feet, then you Disrupt, and then the Cold Feet comes off, and that's a stun. The other combo is they have the beginnings of a pretty scary Globododo lineup here. So Nature's Prophet using his ultimate in synchrony with Ancient Apparition's ultimate, that could be a lot of damage. By itself, or by just those 2 spells, usually will not kill somebody. But if they add one more global hero, like for instance a Spectre, then we are kind of in business to get a kill basically anywhere on the map whenever
And
they
Zeus.
lose. Or Zeus. Or Zeus.
And imagine, like, Nature's Prophet wanted to snipe someone off with his ultimate without TPing in. Age Separation can provide vision for him, so that he can put up his ultimate on the map.
5 seconds remaining.
That's definitely true. Yeah.
We're still popping up his ultimate. That's, of course, also something to watch out for.
Yep.
And the disruption buys time for Nature's Prophet to TP in if they want to go for a gank.
Precisely. Yes. The interesting thing with this Ancient Apparition is, of course, we've seen him mostly played as a support, but we did see Mao's use him in the mid as well. He used to be a more common mid hero than he is now, but if they are going for a global strategy, okay, no, he's going to be a support. So yeah, they're going to use the Synchrony with the Shadow Demon disruption. And now the only question becomes, what do they end up using for the carry in combination with this?
Well, Spectre's still an option. No Zeus, unfortunately, anymore, but we'll see what they end up going for, indeed. And
I kind of like the Spectre, simply because they're restricted to one, basically, core carry. Like, Nature's Prophet can be a semi-carry, but it's not that impressive. And usually when you pick one core carry hero, Bane is your worst nightmare.
5 seconds.
But I actually think Spectre is somewhat resistant to that, because Fiend's Grip doesn't turn off Dispersion, so you're still doing a large amount of damage as long as you have farm.
Yeah, you're normally pretty tanky as well, so you won't die in the duration of the Fiend's Grip, and your team will be there to interrupt it as well. You have got a Disruption. You've got a Cold Feet, even though that has to proc a bit. You've got, of course, Puck that just has a lot of control in general, so he will be able to stop that from happening. As we have got TCM taking their time for the next pickup. They have picked up the Queen of Pain, so Queen of Pain Puck matchup will be there. A very solid, even matchup, if you will. I mean, it's just the skill matchup that we often see. Really enjoyable to watch, though. And yeah, they need a bit of an off lane and maybe something that follows up on the Nightmare of the Bane. So you could think of, I was actually thinking of maybe Lina or Shrek, but they end up going with a support Visage.
Just more damage, synchronizes with the Queen of Pain. This is an attempt to dissuade something like a Spectre pick, because they might be scared of what the 3v3 lane could turn out to be. So it's an interesting choice by TCM. Certainly, yeah, it doesn't really synchronize with the Bane all that well, because Bane not known for dishing out a bunch of AoE damage to fill up those Soul Assumption charges, but, you know, it does synchronize with the Queen of Pain and Gyrocopter quite a bit. Interesting that Power Rangers chose to ban the Weaver. Certainly a strong offlane option for TCM, but also actually an option for Power Rangers as well.
Yeah, and if well, Spectre gets banned out here, they might have wanted that Weaver, but oh well, we'll see what they pick up. If they don't pick up the Spectre, if they don't ban out the Spectre and they don't pick it up, which hero would you then favor?
5 seconds remaining.
Sorry, if they do ban out the Spectre?
If the Spectre is not available for Power Rangers, yeah. Which
right. Okay, so I actually think Anti-Mage would be good in this game, but he's of course taken as well. So okay, well, if the Spectre was gone, now that Weaver is not on the board, I'm not sure. They actually would have a lot of options. I'm gonna go ahead and set Spirit Breaker.
What?
Yep.
Why?
Because he also has some global presence, because he can charge, and then you can hit the person that he charged with the Ancient Apparition ultimate. And my secret is Spirit Breaker against Gyrocopter, because you can stun lock him even if he goes BKB. So that's my summary.
I don't think I've seen that before.
There are. I'm not saying that's the only option. They could use Lifestealer, for instance.
I would like to see it. Oh, Lifestealer is still in the pool.
No, Lifestealer is banned. He was banned. He was first banned. Juggernaut wouldn't be the worst option in this case either. Of course, he's got that spin, which is very good against Visage, and Bane for that matter until he gets Fiend's Grip. So they had a lot of options, some of which are very legitimate, some of which are Spirit Breaker. But I want to see more Cow at this point.
You just said that Spirit Breaker was a legitimate. That's a shame. Well, they take their time. They are, of course, the one that has to pick up first. Yeah,
he's underrated now, officially. Liquid uses him as a... even weirder. Okay. Yes.
He actually, with his buff, I mean, his Mortal Strike right now, it is, of course, HP removal, so BKB or not, here they come. And he can take down that gyro pretty securely as well, I think. I think it's nice. I think it's good.
This is not as good as the Spirit Breaker pick would have been, actually. To be 100% honest, if they were going to go wacky, I would have preferred Bullman. But Skeleton King is good too. The problem with Skeleton King is none of TCM's heroes have high HP. The way Mortal Strike works, it's better the higher max HP that you have. So it's actually, I'm not going to call him a Lone Druid counter, but it's amazing against Lone Druid. So, because he gets big max HP after he gets True Form, and it's big against other like strength carries. TCM aren't going with a strength carry, so the Mortal Strike isn't as strong. but it's got its nice factors.
Well, okay. I'm still like Skeleton.
So,
King.
I mean,
I don't know.
So
I'm
the
not
other
convinced.
change, I'm not convinced either. So the other change is that he slows as soon as he dies. So instead of the slow being after the resurrection triggers, it's when the resurrection starts. That's really good against Gyrocopter because he has to be close to you to kill you. So if you slow him, you can catch him on the way out. But it's not good against Queen of Pain because she could just blink out.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
So
TCM though, they're thrown off guard. They only have 1 second left. Ooh.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Ooh, black holes!
Alright.
Radiant
Black holes.
team pick.
In the form of an enigma, obviously. For people that can't read the name. Aw.
Black Hole, very good. It's interesting to see. I think they will probably jungle this rather than attempting to offlane, because the offlane would be kind of a disaster. Skeleton King, you get cold feeted, and then the combination of disruption and what's the Skeleton King stun called? Hellfire Blast is guaranteed 100% to get the full cold feet stun on you, which means that the Enigma has to start in the jungle, which means Skeleton King does get free farm, and he peaks earlier than Gyrocopter, actually. Power Rangers do have the potential to take this in the early mid-game.
I kind of like it. Like, every time again, we keep saying, even though Power Rangers have lost a lot of games at StarLadder,
10 seconds.
they provide
remaining.
entertaining matches and new things, and they deliver again.
5 seconds.
Just want to point that out. I don't get why not more people are not a fan of Power Rangers.
Yeah, why isn't everybody a fan of Power Rangers? They have a great name. They
Go, Power
have great
Rangers.
picks.
You can spam that in the chat every single time as Power Rangers makes a move. If I was the kind of fan that would spam Twitch chat like a lot of people do when a team makes a move, you can just go Power Rangers, and it's like,
oh, people
boom.
do that. When we saw them in the Navi game, people were doing that every time they made a play.
Ooh, we need to pause fast. Okay, that's okay.
He's bathrooming. Yeah.
It couldn't need to do that like before the game, because then I was still trying to get some food in.
There's the queuing complaint. Like, you spent 10 minutes in the matchmaking queue and you couldn't go to the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of a shame. It's like it's sitting next to me right now. You know, it's not. It's a good thing I picked up cold food, so I can eat it when it's cold, and even so in an hour or so. But still, it's a shame. It's a shame. But oh well. We'll see how TCM does here up against the Skeleton King, but they have got an Enigma.
Yeah.
They've got 2 channeling spells, by the way. They've got and the Black Hole and the Fiend's Grip.
That's true.
I think Power
That's
Rangers is
true.
quite sad that they didn't pick up a Rubik.
Yeah, and they don't have any BKB breaking stuns either, so Enigma can rush that. I expect him to get the BKB, and that'll be much more difficult for Power Rangers to disrupt it.
Yeah.
Early on, I think it'll be no problem, simply because Puck can usually avoid getting Black Holed, and then Waning Rift will just stop that Black Hole dead in its tracks. So they'll be good for a while, but yeah, later on, it could be a big deal. 2 and 3 for Skeleton King, so once since patch 6.78, which was today, which was God Black as a support. That was actually literally just minutes ago. Didn't go that great, but we'll see how it goes here, I guess. We should introduce the teams, I suppose.
We should indeed, as oh yeah, I can't see that. That's awesome. I'll introduce Power Rangers. I want to see Go Power Rangers in the chat when I do this. It is Luna on the Shadow Demon this game. ZXC playing the Puck. It will be Cut on the Age of Deprivation. Moon playing the Skeleton King, and Cheshire Cat playing the Nature's Prophet for the Power Rangers. Give it up for the Power Rangers.
Go Power Rangers. But TCM, I really like this team as well, frankly, and they're running the hero that we were just talking about as the most hype hero in the game. That will be Enigma, and he will be basically role-played by a person named Blueberry Ninja, which is the perfect name to have when playing Enigma, who is a giant blueberry. And then in the mid, we have Verna playing Queen of Pain, which leaves the Trilent to be composed of Atse on the Bane, Hawaii OO on the Visage, and Go Audio on the Gyrocopter.
Yeah, and we'll see who will win. Of course, you can vote in your favorite. It's ! Vote, and then your team of choice, be that PR, be that TCM, case sensitive. So use this caps button. Oh my god, I can't believe I said that. But it happens. It is there. And we will see which team will win. And we'll also see who you think will win. Of course, that is also always interesting to note, as I feel like these teams could be quite even. I think on paper it might even go a bit towards TCM, as their performance lately has just been that strong. Power Rangers, of course, they've played amazing games every single time, but they've not been able to get the wins in necessarily. So on paper, I'd favor TCM, but in this game, I think anything can happen. If the laning stage is solid for Power Rangers, I mean, you already mentioned, if that Skeleton King gets ahead, that will be a very dangerous one to face. And he peaks, like you said earlier, than the Gyro. So we'll see if they can also do something against the Gyro. They don't seemingly go there, though. So we'll have the Nature's Prophet start off in the jungle. And, we'll just have free farming Gyro up against free farming Skeleton King.
Right. I mean, they will need a lot of farm for the Skeleton King, no question about it. I'm concerned about his viability against a team that can disable him through even if he gets BKB. They have multiple disables that can shut him down. But he is the king. I mean, you can't underestimate the Skeleton King. He may sit on a throne of enemy bones by the end of this game.
I just realized, sorry, no offense, but how awesome it would be if I would now be casting together with Cyclops, as he's been having a thing for the kings lately.
Has he?
Yes.
Well, it's always awesome casting with Cyclops, so that's no offense taken. He is amazing.
So,
where is he today? I haven't seen him in a couple days.
No, he was playing with Bulldog earlier today.
Oh, nice.
Yes. But he hasn't been casting for that for a while, I believe.
Yeah.
He wants to, though. He wants to, I think. We have got in the mid lane, is ZXC's being harassed enormously. There is constantly that Enfeeble thrown at him. It's just level 1 Enfeeble and ZXC, therefore not really winning this lane. It's already tough enough and up a Queen of Pain as it is. And you know, normally this would be a skill matchup with a Puck and a Queen of Pain, but because of that Enfeeble, Werner should be winning this lane by far. 4 last hits for ZXC while Werner is sitting on 9-2.
Yeah, this is the annoying thing about a Bane taking Enfeeble first. It almost guarantees a mid win. Actually, in like 1v1 mid tournaments, Bane is considered top tier simply because Enfeeble is so annoying to deal with. Puck's base damage is not bad, and he was pooled 200 just for extra base damage from this Null Talisman. And you can see that it's still not really enough to ensure last hits. Doing a decent amount of damage to Verna, but that's about it.
Yeah, in the meantime, Luna was sitting at the back there. He had picked up an Invis rune, and he might be dying for this though, but that would be worth it. This is a small tower going towards his team. We do have Alcy with a double damage rune now as well. Doesn't have a Nightmare though, but the Malefice will actually do a lot here. Of course, that got buffed. One more hit needed. He died. Oh, nice deny!
Excellent
ZXC with a deny. Nicely done indeed. And that is going to be worth taking a courier for 100% for sure.
Yeah, nothing given away to TCM. Very nice deny. Actually, the Shadow Strike possibly even unnecessary in the end. Almost counterproductive.
Yep, yeah. Fairly counter. Without him, it couldn't have denied it. So yeah, very nicely done. And ZXC once again with that Enfeeble, but of course he didn't have that Enfeeble up when he tried to deny because the Bane was actually trying, or was actually disrupted, so couldn't get into the fight in time, so couldn't do that even if he wanted to. But very good use of the Invis rune, very patient from the Shadow Demon. And by the way, that courier had a bottle in it, so that's Queen of Pain shut down a bit.
That's a huge deal, especially considering how much trouble Puck was having in this lane. Picking off a bottle carrying courier is a complete switch over to Puck actually being able to basically dominate the lane, which is a fantastic pickup, not to mention the incredible amount of gold. Right now I'm just watching Skeleton King, so you can already see the skill build. This is the new school Skeleton build. This is the correct build for him. 2 in stun, 1 in stats, 1 in Mortal Strike, because even 1 level gives you that amazing active ability, and you don't need extra ranks of crit this early.
No, and he is doing really well for himself. He's 24-0. He's actually pushing a bit. He's not got any denies, while Gyro is sitting on 22-12, so 12 denies going his way. Even though lane equilibrium is definitely not there because they are pushing. That's actually that could actually result in costing Go Audio some last hits, but considering it is Go Audio, he probably won't miss last hits.
Yeah, he's an excellent last hitter, and they may be able to... They don't have a great pushing lineup here, but they can just clear out these waves pretty easily. I don't know how much Luna's going to be able to do at level 1 to actually push this lane back. He needs... Here, okay, now he'll take Shadow Poison. Yeah, okay. So this will help a little bit.
Yeah, and at least will help pull the lane behind the tower without him really getting in range of line of fire, if need be. But he does push the lane back out. He gets some experience as he goes. He's level 2 right now, which is really nice. Level 3 actually. So really nice for him as the supports of TCM are still level 2 and level 3 respectively. We have got Cut sitting at level 4 though, and 71% going the way of the Power Rangers. I think people listen to me. Yay! But I actually, they listen to me in terms of Go Power Rangers, but I also said on paper TCM should be the favorite here. because of
You
their
did say
recent
that,
results.
yeah.
So
So either way, people listen to you.
Yes.
100% of this stream agrees with your assessment.
that's great. That's awesome. Well,
I mean, I think Power Ranger's definitely the sentimental favorite here, if for no other reason than picking Skeleton King, but I do favor... Oh man, this is trouble for Verna. Oh, nice. Good blink timing. Otherwise, if the Waning Rift had landed, Quap dies there.
and that level 1 blink helping him out then. Wasn't actually able to catch that action, but still no first blood on the map actually. We have to keep in mind that that one kill was a deny in terms of
Yep. No first
comparing
blood.
kills.
The first kill will have a first blood attached to it. And Skeleton King, by the way, went Midas first, interestingly.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that. That's actually really decent for him. I mean, you said already he peaked first, now he'll peak even faster because Gyro is not gonna go for a Hand of Midas. It's been a long time since we've seen a Gyro Midas.
Yeah, definitely.
And 5 minutes faster than the average across all heroes. That's insane.
He definitely rushed it he only has tier 1 boots. I mean, he really, really went for that Midas. And again, I think this is smart. If you want to win this game as Power Rangers, you want to win it in that window after Skeleton King gets big and before Gyrocopter gets big.
And you need to make that window as big as possible.
I agree with you completely, and I think that's what this Midas is about. It's about getting the Skeleton King as beefy as possible in that window. So it's smart. Power Rangers, TCM meanwhile still searching for that first blood, and they're going to give it another shot now with a level 3 Bane and a level 4 Visage.
Yeah, and they're going to roam towards the Luna sitting here, and with Luna, and of course meaning the Shadow Demon. There goes the Grave Chill, try to run now, you can't really do anything, cooldown comes down, this is a first blood, very simple, very clear. With Atsi actually taking the first blood money, I don't think that would have been necessary. I think Gaudio would have gotten it as well. But apparently they don't really care, as the Gyro will take the tower as a result of that as well. Bottom lane has had some push as well, but not really in terms of actually getting the tower down.
Yep, and that's tower and a first blood. Great for Gaudio to get some additional gold. Again, if you're Gyrocopter, you want to make the window as small as possible. So he's definitely working towards that, actually with the Midas being delivered as well. Haha, so it will be a Midas game.
Midas is for everybody. As Visage gets himself a stun, they will throw the cold feet just to harass him away. Nature's Prophet or ulti going through hurts a lot actually.
Caught is, if he was 6, that would actually be a dead Visage, but he's so short. He's 21 XP short of being level 6.
No, no Ice Blast just yet.
Yeah.
We still want it though.
Oh, sick deny.
Very nice deny incoming indeed. Hawaio, even if he would have died there in the end, it would have been worth it for sure. Because towers are now even, and if that deny makes basically TCM ahead by quite a lot, including that first blood of course. We do see the gold graph going towards the 500 in favor of TCM. Because of that first blood, and also because of that tower getting denied there.
And I gotta say, Verna did very well in middle lane, even while Hu takes an S-Blast to the face, but not enough to kill him. Even with the fact that he had no access to his bottle for a few minutes, he's still quite a bit ahead in this mid lane, so doing very well in this Queen of Pain.
Yeah, ZXC sitting on 25-3, while Queen of Pain sitting on 43-9. That's a massive difference there in terms of last hits.
Yeah.
And that's all. I mean, we can credit that not all to Vern. I mean, Queen of Pain was doing fine, but also that Bane, that Enfeeble, just hurt him really a lot. So it's a combined effort, but a worthy one. I mean, if you want to sacrifice some of your levels for Bane for that, that's great. And he actually, I mean, he's still level 4, so not even doing that bad considering he is a support. He's still behind on the supports of Power Rangers, of course, but that's worth it. You'll be worth it losing your not losing, but just delaying your Fiend's Grip for that for a little while. As ZXC actually smokes up. Maybe wants to try and make something happen on the top lane. Gaudio gets a Dream Coil. Here comes the Orb as well, and that will be Gaudio going down. The cooldown comes down. Age Separation ulti flies in too late to assist with the kill. But nicely pick up anyway. And actually Nature's Prophet Ultimate actually gets the kill. So that means that it is split experience, which is very nice for Cheshire Cat because he actually gets the experience as if he was there.
And very nice kill to pick up, because especially now that you know Gyro has gone Midas. Oh man, he hasn't used his Midas. So that's a lot of wasted Midas time relative to the Skeleton King who's been spamming it on cooldown. Very nice kill for yet another reason. That said, TCM, the full mechanism is complete. It'll be delivered to Enigma very promptly, and that gives them a little bit of teamfight that Power Rangers, I feel, they have when they have their ultimates up, and when they don't have their ultimates up, I think TCM favored.
Yeah, Power Rangers in the meantime smoke up. Looking for another pickup if they can just delay that, I mean, killing off Gyro is opening that window that we were talking about, and oh, they find Go Audio looking for the disruption, but Luna too far away, his separation ulti will miss! And Go Audio will be able to get away, just a quick detour from Luna, wasn't on the ball. Ends up letting the target get away. In the meantime also, Werner with the Invis rune, he might want to make something happen here as well. There is a Sentry Ward there though, he has to be very careful.
Yeah, it's not tremendously safe, and I think he knows that it's not tremendously safe. You can see him not actually charging in too hard for that. Yeah. Meanwhile, Cheshire Cat, by the way, also went Midas. This is much more typical for Nature's Prophet, of course. But if they can rush something like a... I would actually like him to not go Shadow... He's going Shadow Blade. I was going to say, if he rushes Scythe, I actually think it would be amazingly effective against this Gyrocopter, because it pressures him... Nice deny, again. 2 denies now for them.
But that was just... I heard a Sonic Wave and I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
And Werner just jumped in, Sonic Wave, ZXC gets picked off here, nice soul assumption, Werner in the end with the kill. But gets killed off in return indeed. Cheshire Cat coming in, taking a lot of harassment here as well, but we'll be able to stay alive. The birds, one will die, the other one will try to fly away, and actually we'll be able to do that barely on 36 HP, but that was like, Werner thought he could get a kill there on the Age of Separation, a real quick one. So he jumped himself in, Shadow Strike, Sonic Waved, and he was out again.
Yeah. This actually...
Didn't end up getting the kill.
Even though, yeah, he didn't get the kill. It says 4-2, but it's actually 2-2 now, because it's 2 separate denies. So, interesting little situation here. They really need to get 6 for Shadow Demon, though. It would be really, really nice to have that purge.
Yeah.
I would love for Nature's Prophet to get a Scythe device as soon as possible, either to pressure Gyro very heavily into having to get BKB, thus delaying his damage, or if he doesn't get BKB, just to punish him very heavily for that decision.
Yeah, we have got a tier 1 tower in the meantime going down. We still have not seen a black hole, unfortunately, yet. But Enigma is level 9. And he has been doing okay. I mean, he's got that fast mechanism up so far. No real team fights being forced out or anything like that. But they're gaining control over the map. So TCM, they have taken 2 towers. They've denied the tower that went down on their side. And they are now also taking residence inside the Radiant jungle a bit. As, well, we just saw that Hawaii gets himself out of there. But not before he plays some wards. Just to get some more coverage and to know where Nature's Prophet is at all times. Because they do have a pretty okay ganking lineup as well, with the Queen of Pain there. If he just has one person to help him out... Oh,
they're gonna get SK.
Or a lot, actually. Yeah, they need to kill him twice. Of course, the Fiend Scoop will be there for the first time. And for the second time, oh, here comes the Age of Separation ulti though. Nature's Prophet ulti bouncing through as well. Cold Feet, Werner might be in some trouble. Black Hole though, catches Moon still. Soul Assumption there, but no Queen of Pain to try and help out. And Moon, he's gonna try to stay alive, won't be able to as ZXC comes in to try and help out. Also not able to. Cold Feet will still proc on Blueberry Ninja. No, they won't. Cold down, Luna, Trouble, dead. ZXC, Trouble as well. Phase shifts out, Blink shift, or Orbs out rather. Might be going down still though. Nightmare not just there, and there's not enough mana up on that Bane as Queen of Pain still ends up going down because Skeleton King came back. And with coming back, I mean buying back, I believe. And they're trying to chase TCM out of their jungle. This is our territory, they say, but it's too late. They got 2 kills off the back of that.
Yeah, painful. And Skeleton King bought back, so definitely favorable for TCM even with the Queen of Pain buyback. And you just saw the power of those 2 counter BKB ultimates, just locking down Skeleton King from the beginning of life number 1 until the end of life number 2.
Yeah, there's another Sonic Wave trying to pick up Cheshire Cat, but he just Shadow Blades, which he just picked up, and gets himself out. And the Shadow Blade actually only just got delivered by the courier, so really lucky for him. As Werner tried, he threw his Sonic Wave at that as well. I mean, he is very trigger happy with that. I keep hearing it on the map and thinking, oh my god, he used it again, and then nobody dies while he does it. So that's
it's only level 1, so its damage is not that impressive yet, but it'll get there.
And that reminds me of the Train Protector.
Yes.
I'll get there.
Eventually.
Oh, wow! That hurts! He's dead!
Yeah, it's that Mortal Strike, 20% damage off the top.
Yeah, and the Dream Coil up on Blueberry Ninja, and he doesn't have a Black Hole anymore. He takes the Age Separation blow to the face. Oh, nice dodge! Sick Nightmare there as Cheshire Cat ends up dying. ZXC ends up dying, and Go Audio, he is cleaning house right now. Moon will die as well. That is 4 heroes dead, and the 5th might be on the way. Go Audio with the cooldown, and the Nightmare coming off from Atsi. That's a triple kill. Going the way of the Gyrocopter. Man, that Nightmare.
That was Wo frickin' Dota, that Nightmare. Really, really excellent timing for the invuln frames, and TCM, Power Rangers thought that they caught TCM in an overextension and not retreating fast enough. And the opposite was true. TCM completely caught Power Rangers overextending, punished them extremely heavily, and I hate to say it, but the door already almost closing for Skeleton King, because Gyrocopter now, the Midas, the completed Helm of the Dominator, he's going to be able to stack Ancient Camps. It's going to get scary.
And that is a nice snipe. They saw that he blinked in there, and they just come in to take it down. Cooldown still coming down. Gaudio locked inside a Sprout, though. The TPs will come in, and Gaudio going down. Wayo trying to fly himself away, but the Hellfire Blast will still catch him, and the Cold Feet there as well. Wayo goes down. And the birds fly, but for how long? Actually, there's not enough focus fire. They all take a bit of damage.
Oh, never
they
mind.
get one. Luna. 100 gold going to support, always welcome.
That's a
and
good
they
deal.
saved their tier 1, or at least they deny it, and that will mean even denies on this bottom lane, as in the bottom lane tier 1 on both sides getting denied. Really nice.
Bottom tower has been denied.
Yeah,
For Power Rangers
definitely. That was crazy. The TCM, just after winning a huge fight, thought that they had the time to get the tier 1, but they really don't have a pushing lineup. Nearly none of their stuff except for Enigma. Enigma does a lot of damage to towers, but nobody else does. So it took a while, and in that time, Power Rangers come back. That actually gives them a convincing experience lead, I believe. That last tiny fight actually takes the Skeleton King up to
Look at the experience graph in general, though. Like, TCM in a fight, but straight after, Power Rangers do it as well.
Yeah, that is actually pretty funny. And meanwhile, Nature's Prophet getting hunted down by Verna yet again, so using that Sonic Wave, man.
Yeah, and this time he actually does go down, so lucky for Werner, or good for Werner. We're of course not going to be sending that to luck. It's just pure skill. But yeah, I mean...
Good choice.
Oh, there goes a stun, go audio.
Yeah.
Getting hit by that. Nightmare though, might set something up with Skeleton King. No, it just allows the exit for TCM. And I mean, in the end, it is, and now with the kills of the Nature's Prophet, it's still in favor in terms of kills for TCM. After those two team fights, they were only 1 kill ahead. Before, that is. But right now, they are 2 kills ahead again. And
2 kills.
It's still not that much though, and we see Nature's Prophet and the Skeleton King very high on top of their net worth. And only the Gyro able to keep up with those two?
Scary in the top. We could get a Fiend's Grip. Nope. They tried to coordinate a gank here, and unfortunately Adza TP and completely stopped the whole idea. Meanwhile, TCM sneaks a Roche. Do you think they'll actually catch this, PR?
No, well, the Ice Blast is on cooldown because they already used the top. So I don't think they know.
They have a ward.
They smoked up before they went in, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. They did smoke up before they went in. I think this is a free Roche, so nice sneak by TCM, unquestionably.
Yeah.
That'll be big. Getting the Aegis up on Go Audio is actually pretty critical, because he doesn't have BKB.
Yeah, and he actually is pretty far away from it as well if he wants to build it up next.
Yeah, that got a lot of XP too, because it was only 2 players fighting the Roche and not all 5. So, Gyrocopter now only 1 level behind Skeleton King instead of 2.
Yeah, still also that Nature's Prophet so high up though. The Hand of Midas is off cooldown actually for Cheshire Cat. Has to run real fast to get himself that Midas. There we go. Luna actually helping him out by pulling
That's funny.
the lane towards him. The creep wave it is.
Yeah. I would love this AA to find for them to find some more levels. The level 2 ultimate is so much stronger. It does more than double the damage total.
I would really like him to see him getting gold so that he can get an Aghanim's. But I think that's gotta be a bit of a dream indeed. That won't come true.
Not going to happen. Maybe if this game goes hyper long, and it's a great item actually. The Ancient Apparition Aghanims is no joke. 17-second duration on the Ice Blast is incredible.
It's insane. That's basically the entire team fight that you're gonna be having to deal without a mechanism. So your Enigma mechanism, pointless. You get a bit of extra armor. Yay! Because you will still get that at least. With some small comfort.
Skeleton King looks to be going Quirus, I guess. The only other option is he's not going to go Mjolnir. That is extremely unlikely. So I think it's probably Quirus, and that'll be quite helpful for them for armor. It's a great item against Gyrocopter, especially if somebody else gets Vlad's too. The more armor you have against Flak Cannon, the better shape you're in.
Yeah, in the meantime, Power Rangers try to push a bit here on the top tower. ZXC was able to pick himself up the Blink Dagger next to, or in the secret shop just now. Pretty late for a solo mid puck, but of course he had a tough time in terms of with the Enfeeble and everything like that, so still having the Blink Dagger with only dying twice. Pretty decent. In the meantime, we're gonna go for that BKB. TP's come in, they want to try and take this. Cheshire Cat though already out, puck on the Fiend's Grip. Atsi able to hold him in steady, and that should be a kill going the way of, I was gonna say, that was gonna be the Enigma in the end, but I was gonna say if I was gonna be able to get away, that would be sick, but no.
Yeah. Not quite, unfortunately. And Enigma, as we sort of predicted, rushing that BKB. He's going to hit it pretty soon. Not going Blink first, just getting that magic immunity, and that's going to be so effective against Power Rangers' lineup. Of course, Gyrocopter also building a BKB next.
Oh, they dust him up, but he is away safe, just in time.
Nice.
Lucky for him, it's nighttime.
Definitely. Definitely. I don't know, it feels scary for me for Power Rangers. I feel like their influence on the game is waning, and TCM's is kind of waxing.
Yeah, especially because of the
3 BKBs coming up, so...
Yeah, and indeed Go Audio is just getting bigger and bigger, and even though he died twice, he's still been involved in 7 out of the 11 kills that TCM has done, so that's quite a heavy involvement rate for the carry Gyrocopter. Well, Skeleton King, he also died twice, and he's been involved in 5, and he's only got the last hit of 1, even though his last hits are quite in favor, and he's still doing nice on the net worth as well, of course also because of the Hand of Midas, which is now off cooldown, by the way, so interesting. But,
yeah. He's gotta use that soon. He's wasting a lot of time for it.
Yeah, he's actually gonna go for the double damage room first. That's interesting.
Blocked a camp too. That's a little bit of a mistake for juggling efficiency, but it's okay as long as he uses the Midas like right now.
And he even comes back thinking, oh, yeah,
yeah,
you just blocked that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, bit of a mistake.
He really has to use that Midas. I'm shocked that he's not using it. This is a serious error, actually. If you use Midas, you need to be using it as frequently as possible. And jungle is an ideal
it won't earn itself back.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, alright. I mean, that's actually, this is the activation that I think earns the money back. And it gave him XP, so it was still worth it.
Yeah. In the end it is. In the meantime, Cat's still sitting at level 9. He is pretending he is a human ward, which is all fine. ZXC still on the top lane. I mean, you already mentioned it, and we already mentioned it a couple times, but shouldn't right now... Whoa, Nature's Prophet, do you really want to do that? Oh, no you don't. Oh, no you don't. Getting slowed. Shadowblade is there, but the dust is there as well, and they will be able to pick him off. Sonic Wave will be there. Age Separation ulti will fly in to try and scare them away, but it's too late for the Nature's Prophet as he goes down with a very, very ballsy TP in.
Yeah, that was very, I agree, it was very ballsy, and I just feel like Nature's Prophet plus Ancient Apparition by themselves, it's not going to kill anybody. It's not really the full global Dota experience. You need that extra Zeus or Spectre or something, and I just don't know that the Skeleton King really coordinates with it that well.
We haven't seen him being able to do something just yet. And
we really haven't.
And he is pretending like he can actually take on the Gyrocopter later on, or it looks like he thinks he can.
Single target he kind of can, but Gyrocopter has lifesteal at this point too.
Yeah, and in a team fight, like, he won't be able to do anything because he'll get Fiend's Grip, he'll get Black Hold, he'll get slowed by the Grave Chill because he doesn't have a BKB, because he doesn't really want to get a BKB because it doesn't do that much for him in terms of survivability, because you still get Black Hold and you're still getting Fiend's Grip. And
precisely.
It's really tough for him to really get somewhere right now. Like, in a if there is a team fight, and it's not gonna get any better.
No, it's certainly not. And his only tool to sort of catch people, his slow on the Hellfire Blast, the stun and slow, is going to become irrelevant when 4 players on the opposing team build BKB, which they are. I mean, Bane has Ogre Club, Gyro has completed BKB with 10 charges, Enigma has completed BKB with 10 charges, Queen of Pain has completed BKB with 10 charges. And that means Puck is irrelevant, basically, at this point. Even Ancient App is going to be far less useful.
Yeah, they don't have anything that goes through BKB apart from the Demonic Purge, and I mean, you have got the Gyrocopter, he doesn't really need to run to be able to do things. I mean, the Demonic Purge is especially powerful against melee carries, but they don't have that. Who are you gonna purge? Nobody.
I mean, you purge Gyro still, but it's not that useful. I agree with you completely. I really wish the Cheshire Cat had actually rushed the Scythe of Ice, because at this point, he's going Scythe, I mean, unless he goes Manta or something, but when there's 4 BKBs, who do you Scythe? Okay, you Scythe the Visage, congratulations.
What would be okay is if they hold on so long that they're gonna be waiting and winning, and or at least doing team fights until those BKBs are down to 4 seconds, and then they have a chance, but then we are a long way from home, and as we've seen with the previous games, every single game has ended on the hour. Well, that's 11 minutes away from now, so I'm not sure if they can make it.
They'll certainly try. It's going to be difficult because Gyro will just get scarier and scarier. Skeleton King will be able to duel Gyro for a while, so if he gets a good, solid 1v1 timing link, and that's sort of why you purge the Gyrocopter, so he can't escape the wrath of the King. And if the King can bring the Gyro down, yeah, you're okay in that fight. As long as Black Hole doesn't screw you up, as long as Fiend's Grip doesn't lock you down. God, I don't know if this is a Skeleton King Lincoln's game, but maybe at some point.
Skeleton Rapier game?
Skeleton Rapier. Well, that's like
It's in his recommended items, to be fair.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, every king needs a staff of rulership, a scepter. That's what he needs. Aghanim's scepter.
Yeah. Reincarnation time
yet.
is already owned.
Ice Frog, yeah, Ice Frog is not added there.
And I just want to point out that actually Power Rangers bashing on a tier 3 was only a Bane to defend it here, and they are actually getting it as well. Where are the TPs? There is a 1 TP, but it actually gets cancelled. Yeah, Visage gets cancelled. That was the doing of the puck, I believe. He threw out a Dream Coil to cancel it. And right now, Enigma, he throws out a Black Hole, but only catches a Shadow Demon. A Sonic Wave will still hit on both, and the Shadow Demon will die. But Moon, he comes back. He helps killing off Enigma. Or he comes back. He didn't even go just yet. He's arming and tackling for his life right now. And Feeble's there, but he doesn't care. He takes the melee Rex. Moon goes for a stun, and he lives. He dies. What?
He does that mana. He had no mana.
Oh, girl. He just threw out the stun. The hell?
He didn't need to do that. That was a mistake.
He could have toggled his boots.
But mistakes. TCM not TPing back, canceling their initial TP. Oh man, they lose a Rax for no good reason. They had control of this game, and they give away a set of Rax, and Gyrocopter dies. That just brought Power Rangers back into this game single-handedly.
And 2 minutes before the Black Hole is back up again, because Enigma did cast the Black Hole. I mean, yeah, they got a support.
That was a mistake too.
Yay.
They synchronized instead of chaining.
Yeah, it was just like, and look at the range tracks. Nature's Prophet can TP and can take this down anytime. He actually picked up a Hex right now, so he can just do this. And the split push that Power Rangers can push out is still very, very potent. And Nature's Prophet, if he has one lane of Rex already helping him with that, it's gonna be making his job even easier. Though, of course, he still has to work towards his tier 1 tower on the top lane. But wow, I was not expecting that. And TCM, they just threw that away.
I don't like to use that word, but
no, but they threw their Rex away, not the game.
Wow.
Nice,
I mean, now we have a game.
Nice Dream Coil though from ZXC, canceling the TP from the Visage.
Yes,
that could have made
really,
a difference.
really good. The Dream Coil, that's key. When you're doing something split pushing, anything you can do to disrupt. Oh, Blueberry Ninja might get picked off by
Yeah, he's already hexed. There's not enough damage though, and the mechanism will help keep him up. And here comes the burst to already chase the rest away. Cat not there in time to help out. Doesn't have his ultimate on off cooldown, so yeah.
I don't foresee TCM making that same mistake twice, but that was, I mean, it's a serious opportunity for Power Rangers to get back into the game. It's a serious opportunity for them to contest the next Roshan.
Yeah. You can, because I can't believe it's still quite awkward. I mean, if now Power Rangers get themselves in Aegis, they can just barrel through and just get themselves some extra more advantage, and then all of a sudden, it's looking really good for Power Rangers. We do now have 2 people on the side of Power Rangers, both the Skeleton King and the Nature's Prophet, that are highest in net worth, and only now the Gyro is keeping up with them. The Gyro, and yeah, it's just very tough. In the meantime, oh, YO, you're already dead. You're getting shattered. Shadow Demon with the kill. BKB turned on by Gaudio, but can't find anybody anymore. Moon with that haste rune, doing a lot of work, and TP's out for the rest of them. And that will be every. Oh, the home missile still coming in.
Yeah, I'm worried about this skeleton.
It was nice knowing you. You're gonna be able to...
Easy 1 kill. Maybe, I'm not sure about the second.
Can he really run? Oh, he's actually
can't
gonna...
fight. I think he should run.
Oh,
okay.
Well, he gets a Malefice and a Fiend's Grip. Now he's certainly dead. There's a Black Hole for him as well, and they probably will not be afraid to use it.
They're gonna fight.
Yeah, here comes Nature's Prophet. Hex is up on Gaudio. Moon decides to go in. Set up on Gaudio. We're in the throne zone as BKB, but everybody backs off in the meantime. Puck's coming in from the back. And they're able to keep him up alive, which is great. There goes the Shadow Strike. Moon, they're taking a bit of damage. You see Blueberry Ninja, he's looking for that Black Hole. Gets a Malefice up on ZXC, but ZXC will be just fine. Orbs himself out, will be able to just be fine. Disruption is going to be putting that Enigma further back. Maybe Luna will still go down, but that wouldn't be that bad of a price to pay, though. They are now bashing on the tier 3 tower soon. If they're not careful, cooldown comes down, might be a bit over enthusiastic. As Puck is trying some next level juking stuff.
Yeah, it's just to annoy them and misposition them. Ice Blast actually completely missing there, or I think they could have re-engaged. Other problem is this heavy and feeble build by Atze is working very, very well. The fact that this Bane has been able to earn level 12, so he has 4-4-2 and a point in Nightmare, is very useful. Skeleton King, when he doesn't have Armlet active, is doing 11 auto attack damage.
Look at the
With
top
Armlet,
lane.
it's 70. Yeah.
I would really think that Nature's Prophet, instead of TPing top, would have TP'd bottom and killed off Word and Hexed Word and killed off the Rex, but he didn't do that.
They don't care as much about the ranged, I guess, as the melee. By the way, what we forgot to mention is that Cot is pretty dang close to the Aghanim Scepter.
Well,
like,
I'm gonna get my
600
green
away. Yeah. Waste of an Ice Blast there, but I think they'll have it again if TCM decide to go for the Roshan.
Yeah, I think so too. Very short cooldown, and they know that they have to contest it. They need to get it. They have got a Basher now, by the way, up on Moon. If Moon hits fast enough, he can actually perma shut down the Gyrocopter even in BKB, so that would be great for him too.
Wow, that statistic. So TCM fighting uphill here. I still feel like they're ahead in this game, but maybe I'm completely wrong because Skeleton King is 3 levels ahead of Gyrocopter. And I mean, they have a set of racks.
A lot will depend on the next fight, be that for this Roshan or be that just the next fight in general, because fights are starting to be more important right now. Age Separation will fly in, will actually hit up on Go Audio, not on Blueberry Ninja though, but Go Audio taking a lot of damage. Murder jumps himself in. Oh, Cheshire get up the high ground, misses the Sprout, but still gets the Hex. In the meantime, Luna goes down here already. Moon stuck in a Nightmare, already has the Enfeeble, looking for a target, but he gets Rocket Barrage, and now Fiend's Grip as well. In the meantime, Cat's trying to do what he can, gets a Cold Feet, but it will be too late for Moon. He'll be up in just a moment. Cat still getting away. No, not getting away. Gyro with the kill. And that is Moon trying to run. Blueberry Ninja with his BKB still has got that Black Hole, but he doesn't have mana for it right now. Moon will be going down, gets stunned, gets Malafist. And, oh, Nightmare to save Go Audio, and Moon will indeed end up dropping Go Audio pretty close to dying, though. But that is 3 heroes dead on the side of Power Rangers. With a weird TP coming off from Cheshire Cat, I think he kind of missed that one.
Yeah. I don't agree with TPing onto the high ground there when you are a large part of your team's damage. That's Butterfly and Aegis for Go Audio in that fight. And really just a rout of Power Rangers. No objectives that they wanted were obtained there. Maybe they get this tier 2, but it's not much.
Yeah, and of course
maybe not even that.
That is the advantage definitely now in favor of TCM. I mean, yes, they lost the Rags, but with that Butterfly, coming Butterfly rather, with the Aegis, they are in charge of this game again. Or at least they should be, but that's what we thought last time as well. So maybe I should be biting my tongue right now.
Yes! They took the Aegis. Ice Blast to the fountain.
Oh!
Ice Blast to the fountain. I love it. Go Audio actually skipping. He goes for Boots of Travel, and he'll take the Butterfly later. Interesting choice, but he is going maximum, I want to cap my 6 items mode on this Gyrocopter. Like, this gives him mobility and Ancient Clear and attack speed. He's got everything.
And
this gyro,
safety for fighting up against Nature's Prophet if he wants to try and take Rex.
Excellent point. Excellent point.
We do have a Blink Dagger up on Enigma, by the way.
Yeah, finally he gets his Blink Dagger. That thing where Power Rangers kited them all the way down that top lane, that won't happen again.
Yeah.
And that thing where Power Rangers managed to easily get a backdoor, that won't happen again, because now you have this Boots of Travel gyro. They're building the right items. I like this approach from TCM. Will they be the second team to come back from being down a set of racks? Right now it's looking pretty likely, but Power Rangers, they still have some tricks up their sleeve.
Well, TCM, they smoke up. They have got all that advantage, and they want to use it. Want to use that Aegis. Want to use and find a fight. Aghanim Scepter completed up on AA though, so the next fight we'll have that one as well. So, not really an easy thing to fight up against. Not really an easy thing to fight during that. But those BKBs, they will counter
BKBs.
that.
Oh,
Moon. Your Fiend's Grip. You're dead. That's like he's gonna die twice. They might even use the Black Hole for that, but they don't even have to. I think. Age Separation ulti will come in. But there's stun, there's a Malafist, they can't save him at all, he's dead. Luna, he tried to come in, he might actually give his life for him, maybe attempting to, but he is getting away. In the meantime though, ZXC as well as Cheshire Cat are trying to contest the tier 2 tower by just trying to split push and trying to force them back. ZXC will be the one to continue pushing, which is quite odd because he can't TP back while Nature's Prophet of course can, but Nature's Prophet actually rotated towards the top lane to try and push in there.
I'm just concerned because there's no buyback for Skeleton King, and so TCM have no reason to bite on this apple. Like, okay, you might take our ranged racks, You might take our tier 2, but it doesn't matter because we're going to Rax you, and you don't have Skeleton King for 40
You'll
seconds.
never take a ranged Rax. Sorry.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, that's so bad. Oh,
They got
ZXC.
chased off.
Yeah, they get chased off. I was kind of thinking like if TCM now gets this fight going for them, and they did take the range Rex by the way, so it doesn't matter. But then it would actually be on par with the hour thing that I've been saying. And I was gonna say we've been saying, but you haven't said that. So no, they do end up getting forced out. So this game will indeed last a while longer. And of course, without the Aegis, TCM can't really force the issue all that much anymore.
This game's not over. Yeah,
No,
it's
not
not
by
over.
far.
And I actually think that Ice Blast to the fountain was a lot more important than we give it credit for. Because being able to peel that Aegis, like you said, makes it like a lot more difficult to actually go high ground. Like it's vastly more scary to take that gyrocopter high ground with no Aegis.
Yeah, we do have the butterfly now up on the gyrocopter.
Yep.
And maybe he wants to have either another Aegis or buyback before he starts going again, but I think TCM is going to just be content with farming a little bit. They are now fighting up against a puck that also has a Scythe of Vice, so we'll also be able to hex people, and if he gets boosted travel, I mean, the potential of Power Rangers indeed split pushing is pretty big, and ZXC has, with the hex, he can take on people by himself, he can buy himself time to get away because he is the escape artist, so he is pretty safe with split pushing, or at least pushing by himself as well. And as we already mentioned, with one lane of Rax already going the way of Power Rangers, they are just in a position where they can even split push more effectively.
Yeah, they need to just play slow and split push, in my opinion. Play as slow as possible and just split push the hell out of it. Use Furion to push, use Nature's Prophet to push out the lanes, make Power Rangers have to go back consistently, while Skeleton King farms in the jungle and wherever he can. In my opinion, to win this, Skeleton King will need two things. At the very least, Abyssal, and possibly an MKB on top of it. He needs to be able to dual gyrocopter, straight up. Like, he has to somehow duel it out. BKB won't help, because Fiend's Grip and Black Hole will lock him down either way. So they need a way to kill those guys, and they need a way to duel the gyrocopter. And Abyssal will do a lot of that work, but he's probably still going to have to chew through that evasion after the Abyssal ends.
Yeah, and Hawaii just showing that he has got 3 familiars here. He has got an Aghanims. And I think that kind of shows that they don't really want to fight just yet, as you already pointed out in the games earlier. If you just picked up your Aghanims, you want to wait with popping up your new... Oh, wait a second. ZXC, think you're dead. Yeah, you are. You are.
No money either. He just finished his scythe.
Oh, that is going to be painful. That might be... Nah, they are so far away, actually. They won't be able to get anything off the back of that, I think. 1 minute before they reach the tier 3.
The problem, they could reach the tier 3. The problem is they can't reach the tier 3 and handle the split push. Nature's Prophet is going to be a big security blanket for things like that. Interesting that he is going Daedalus rather than MKB himself. I believe against the gyrocopter, MKB would give you more DPS, but I think they're going to rely on the Nature's Prophet to assassinate the supports in the back, like BKB Bane and BKB Enigma. So for that, Chrysalis is actually going to do more work.
Yeah, and there's Goadio with his booted travel. Back to counter push, and indeed his own team is still inside the Radiant jungle, but can't really make anything happen right there.
Double damage.
And we might actually see, because Moon is also here on the top lane, so we might actually see them trying to do something here. I mean, it's just Goadio.
I don't think even the two of them have that great of a chance.
Cheshire Cat, he finds Atsy, Asian separation ult, he's actually gonna miss, and Atsy's though burns! They keep him up, BKB's up on BKB's, but the gem on the true side on the floor, a while picks it up though. Can Cheshire chase him down with a BKB on? No, he cannot, not when he knows that some people are around there to help out. So, TCM, they secure themselves the gem, they get it back, as we do have some birds going down. There's already one bird down.
He's TPing to chase it and he fails. Oh, sorry, Cheshire Cat. Oh, Shadow Blade, maybe? No. Too good. Too good with the control. Actually, yeah, Bane going down is a big deal. He used a BKB charge for that as well. Cheshire Cat, of course, used a charge as well. But a reasonable trade for Power Rangers. Just keep TCM off your back while your Skeleton King farms. He needs to be bigger, still. He still needs to be bigger.
Yeah, in the meantime,
Abyssal is not optional.
Yeah, and Goadio is keeping tabs on the Ancient stack. He keeps stacking it with his own Helm of the Dominator range creep. And he can also use it as a TP point, as we just saw him do. So whenever he thinks, oh, it's time to clear out Ancients, he can just TP there with the boots of travel and is there to take him down. So very effective farming for him. Those bots off for him.
Yeah. 40 minutes and the gold advantage is less than 2,500 for
Oh,
TCM.
that's been a long time since we had the game of that one. Game of those. Still slightly in favor of TCM. Mostly due to kills. Towers are even, well, actually one tower, of course, in favor of Power Rangers by getting that tier 3 down.
And they have, the highest level, highest farm person on the map. That's not... well, sorry, second highest farm because the Nature's Prophet is a little higher. But Go Audio is now level 22. He was behind the Skeleton King for a while. Now he's ahead by almost 4k net worth and ahead by a level. So that's
Those
quite
Ancients.
relevant. His next item's coming soon. And yeah, it's absolutely the Ancients.
Yeah, we have.
Oh, they're gonna gank Cheshire Cat bottom. If they can kill Nature's Prophet, force a buyback. This is nice.
Yeah, the Fiend Script is there. Shadowblade is there as well, but they do have. No, they don't even need to.
He's dead.
They don't even need to have any vision. Cheshire Cat will indeed drop. In the meantime, on the top lane, they are going to go for Go Audio with ZXE. He was already sitting down there, and the Dream Coil there. The BKB gets bumped one more. No! He gets himself out of the way alive. And gets himself back to half HP, even as Moon is the one that ends up going down for just one time though, but they will be able to catch him the second time as well. Malefice comes in, Age of Separation, also still doing a lot of damage to that Bane, but he pops his BKB, helping out, killing off Moon with the Enfeeble, helping out, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, no, the Demonic Purge up on Werner. Werner will end up going down in his BKB. Black Hole, it catches 2, kills off 2 as well, with Moon being the last one there. Cheshire Cat, I'm not quite sure why you're still here, trying to run, dude. Age of Separation also trying to run there. Uses a Vortex. He is the one that will give his life for his Nature's Prophet, and he is able to do that. He might be able to kill up Go Audio with that as well. Rocket Barrage still doing a lot of damage though, but yeah, he is dead. But he did buy time for Cheshire Cat to run himself out, even though the Home Missile is still chasing him down. It won't offer enough. In the meantime, the tier 4 tower getting some pressure there. But it's a 3-for-4 trade across the... No, it's a team-wide for Power Rangers across the map. And 3 down outside of TCM, and not a Gyrocopter death. Because that was the one that they came for, and they came very close to doing that.
They came so close, but just excellent BKB timing from Go Audio to break the edge of the Dream Coil and get to safety. And Moon overextending. They still can't get the Skeleton King to actually do anything in these fights. Not because he's like a horrible player. Moonlight's a good player. It's just Skeleton King's getting kited, he's getting shut down, he can't get to his targets, he can't stun them because they're BKB'd. It's just a very, very tough game to be a Skeleton King. And like I said, to get that kill, all they needed was Abyssal. They need the Abyssal. With Abyssal, they get that kill. Without it, they don't.
Yeah, well, camera lens is awesome. Work, rather. Yeah, Abyssal, and then... The trouble is that he still has to get to his target.
Yep.
So I might even be so crazy in saying... Blink Dagger.
Yeah, sure. I don't think that's the worst idea. I still think he needs the Abyssal first, though, honestly. I don't know.
Yeah,
and I think TCM take this rush too. This is the cheese Roshan.
Yeah, his separation ulti will still fly in, but it's way too late, and they can't be getting in there in time anymore to do anything about it, so they'll just leave it there, and maybe they try and take it the ages away, but no. Cheese will get picked up by the... Oh, nobody yet? Queen of Pain? Yeah, you still your stick charges things, yes.
Yeah, for sure. Cheese definitely, it's like a very, very, very big magic stick.
Yeah. In the meantime, Moon, I mean, he is still doing okay on the farm. I mean, he's definitely not doing bad, but he is dropping behind.
Yeah, his net worth has actually fallen in the last 5 minutes.
He was on par with the Nature's Prophet and the Gyrocopter for a very long time, but now the difference is actually quite big.
Yep. And of course, Hawaii OO in that last fight had amazing familiar stuns. I forgot to mention that, but he has 3 now. He has his Aghanim Scepter. He's had it for about, I think, 6 or 7 minutes now. And in that last fight, the familiars were very critical, along with just spamming Soul Assumption. People talk about how Visage doesn't scale to the late game, and it is and it isn't true, because the familiars still do pretty good damage, especially if you get D-Armor. And the 4.5-second stun that you can get by chaining the familiars together, the 9-second stun that you can get by chaining, resummoning, and chaining again, that scales forever.
Yeah, and they're able to counterboard very nicely as well. The one last hit, there we go. And I mean, it does scale into the late game in terms of it's super useful if you are good with him. Because you need to be able to get those stuns going. In the meantime, bit of pressure on the top lane, but it is TCM that's sitting with 3 in the mid lane, trying to force everybody of Power Rangers back as well. So they are in control again by the looks of it. Yeah,
definitely. I would say TCM... Especially while the Aegis is up for the next 5 minutes, the 4.5 minutes, it's complete control of the flow of the game. And Skeleton King not really any more relevant now than he was a long time ago. He ends up going for the BKB, a defensive choice, but I still feel that they'll just use Fiend's Grip and shut him down. But I guess we'll see. If this high ground goes well, I think TCM close this game out. If it doesn't, then Power Rangers hang on.
We'll see. Tier 3 tower taking a lot of damage from those familiars. You can just send them every time you have those charges up. If there is a creep wave to tank it up, of course.
It's crazy to me that they still don't have Mechanism, but it's almost no point now. Like, they're at this point, Gyrocopter deals so much damage that Mechanism doesn't do that much for you.
We do have a pretty decked out Nature's Prophet. I mean, I should mention there's that MKB picked up, so there's the push potential of Cat a bit bigger. But he hasn't been able to do it as much because TCM is countering it very nicely with Manta style illusions. As well as, of course, the Boots of Travel. Just a threat of him being able to TP in there every single time. And he's actually going to TP into one of the birds to be in the mid lane again. And this is 5 heroes of TCM knocking on the door of the tier 3 tower once again.
They're serious about this, and I agree with them. I mean, you've got Aegis, you've got Gyrocopter with 6k gold sitting on him. Beat him up, why not? Get at least the tier 3 in. I think it's easy racks. It's TCM. Power Rangers will have to pull out something very magical right now.
Yeah, and they're actually not going to do that because Moon is still sitting on top, just TP'd back in the mid lane as there was actually a TP from Bane, so they don't need to deal with that one anymore. And they could actually try to go in now 4 on 5, but they actually don't. TCM backs up with an Aegis Deparation ulti, still doing a lot of damage to Gladio.
It's so long! It lasts so long.
Yep.
So yeah, he would have lost the Aegis if he had stayed in.
He uses the cheese for it. Oh, they go on ZXC, he gets hexed, he gets killed, very fast. Moon looks to be next. Black Hole is there as well, holding Cat and Luna in place. No support for Moon, who's trying to bash his way through victory, but he can't do it. He can't do it. Nature's Prophet knows that he can't help in a fight. He's been pushing top. But he'll know that his mid lane Rax is gone, and he'll try to take something in return for it as a buyback comes from Moon, but he is by himself. What can he do now in this mid lane? Maybe try to prevent them from going in on more as their own tier 3 is getting a bit damaged here. Bane is still here.
Cheshire Cat might die. I think he's dead because you're gonna get the Boots of Travel from Gyrocopter right now, and they could just pick him off. Oh, maybe not. They can just go for GG.
Yeah, looks like they are. Atsi still holding steady. Nope, goes down. Tier 3 tower will go down as well, but the tier 3 tower top also goes down. Rex goes down, and this... It looks to me like they're indeed going for the GG, but they do TP back. They do want to go for Cheshire Cat, and he ends up trying to get away with the Shadow Blade and no detection here. But he doesn't get the Rax. As, oh, that's a scream, doesn't hit because he was in his BKB still. Melee Rex destroyed on the top lane. There's 2 lanes of Rex down on the side of Power Rangers and still only the one on the side of TCM.
They lost their barrack advantage completely. The advantage is they got a tier 4. So during all the chaos, they got a tier 4, which means that they're not 100% out of this game. If they can somehow get the Gyrocopter to use his Boots of Travel in a dumb way, and then Nature's Prophet can just backdoor and win the game, that's their only shot, kind of. They got completely outplayed in the last 2 team fights. That team fight, the swap of the cheese to the Gyrocopter to refill his health and mana, totally ruined Power Rangers' attempt. They thought that they could sneak in, kill the Gyrocopter quickly, and while he was respawning from Aegis, they'd clean up the remainder of the team. But TCM tricked them. They put the cheese on the gyro, get the gyro back up to full, turn it completely around on Power Rangers. No high ground advantage for that fight. They get mopped up, and that's 2 sets of racks. Cheshire Cat did what he could, but I mean, he did all that he could. Yeah. But now you have a gyro with Satanic. He's maxed, actually. He has the Aegis. Once that clears up, he can put something else in that slot. But
and the main thing they can do now is indeed that backdooring that you were talking about. Having that bottom lane pushing out is actually very good for them. If they have the creeps there, they can just backdoor it without the backdoor protection there. Because they can't get it anymore on the mid lane and the bottom and the top lane, because that is where the creeps of the Dire are actually just stronger. So it is very tough to actually get in that position that they can do it. But if they can, they do have the power to take it. And I'm not just thinking Nature's Prophet with Boots of Travel, with able to TP in, but I'm thinking Boots of Travel up on Moon. I'm thinking just everybody go, because that's their only chance. Base race. Ooh.
Base race is their only hope. I agree. I don't see them winning any team fights anymore. I don't see how it actually happens that they win a team fight.
Unless TCM makes big mistakes.
Unless TCM makes, but it would be enormous mistakes. Yeah. And even Blueberry Ninja's Black Holes have actually been super on point, especially since he got that Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
And now he has the Sheevas to slow people down to make sure that the Blink Dagger, the Black Hole hits. Just in general, it's scary.
Oh,
here we go. They're gonna try
it. Dream Coil coming in as well, but he turns on his BKB. Cheshire Cat and the Fiend Skip as well. That's a disruption, trying to save his life. Cooldown comes down. Cheshire Cat turns on his own BKB, tries to run around. As the Sonic Wave will be cancelled because of all the BKBs, and it is Gyro that dies and buys back. Werner dies, buys back. Nature's Prophet dies, and he buys back as well. This is a theme. Blueberry Ninja walking around, looking for a good place to call out his black hole. It turns on his BKB, decides to go for the disrupted moon. And that is a good call, because now they can kill him off for the first time. Let's see if they can get him up a second time as well, as he is gonna get stunned off Malefice and killed off here as well. Nobody there to save him anymore, as the last one alive there was ZXC. The rest, well, the rest was the Asian Separation. That was the only one that didn't extra die together with the ZXC.
Yeah, and Power Rangers in these fights, they're leaving the Visage completely alone because there's so many targets that they consider higher priority. And this is actually a serious mistake because Hawaii OO has now just dominated like 3 consecutive fights. He's now 11-3 on this Visage. He's just popping Soul Assumption every single cooldown, and it's dealing a lot of damage. He's using
Hexes all around! But ZXC, he goes down still though. Cheshire Cat trying to do that to Blueberry Ninja as well, but he can't get it down. Cooldown comes down, will slow Cheshire down, and now out of his BKB and vulnerable to everything that TCM can throw at him, and he dies.
And I think that's it.
I think that's it as well. No buybacks anymore for Power Rangers. They already bought their Nature Prophet back. Yes, they killed Go Audio. They killed Werner. They both buy back as well though. But that's it. The only one that still has buyback on the side of Power Rangers is the Asian Separation. But he didn't die.
And he's alive.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think this is Mega Creeps and the game for TCM. And in the end, a crazy, crazy game, but the Skeleton King not able to make enough happen. I mean, you expect your free farming hero to get more than 2, 8, and 7 over the course of the game.
Yeah.
Not that he executed poorly, just was not able to chew through all those BKB piercing disables and the incredible farm that the Gyrocopter managed to pick up. And I mean, even just the Visage, just throwing out those constant grave chills. The SK was so kiteable in every fight.
Yeah, nice AA ulti here though. It might actually, it will kill off Blueberry. No, he chose no BKB. Will that
Actually,
work?
I think he dies after the BKB ends, I think. Oh no, he's still at 20% HP. It's...
It's still ticking. It's ticking for 17 seconds.
It might get him, maybe, but...
I think it does. No, it won't. Okay.
It's close. It's about 80 HP away.
Yeah, in the meantime, Moon tries to do something here, but the GG well played obviously already called. TCM, they take this fight. They don't have a Skeleton King, but they do have an Enigma, so I would say with some sort of style they do take this fight. In the end, it was pretty convincing, but Power Rangers, they make it work for them for a very long time. They hold on for a very long time. Not enough in the end, though.
Get that gyro!
No, not get the gyro. The gyro
And the ult. They'll get him. They'll get him. No! Oh, that was the worst disruption. That disruption. Oh,
it saved his life. It saved his life. We're gonna see Power Rangers again though, so I'm kind of curious to see which hero they're now gonna be pulling out of the box of Pandora. We have got Empire taking on Power Rangers. Both of these teams fighting for a chance to not be in the bottom 4, so it's a very important match because it could mean the difference between life and death in the Star Series. And getting dropped down to Pro Series is not what you want. We are gonna have it right now though, because we're already 15 minutes past starting time, so stick around with us for StarLadder Season 6, day number 22 for the last game of the night. Empire versus Power Rangers coming up in just a moment.
That was a fun game.
It's too bad it wasn't